Peace, peace, peace. I am Phillip Roundtree. There we go. There we go. Got popping in the background. Peace, peace, peace. I am Phillip Roundtree. Part two, rhetorically speaking. Today is Tuesday, March 24th. Don't mind me. I'm not supposed to, especially when you don't know if you COVID or not. I just came 2.5 mile run out there with people. Don't judge me. Yeah, like I said yesterday, we all might get it. But again, today is Tuesday, March 24th, day 600 in living with this here COVID. We still doing the best we can, so pat yourself on the back because truly you deserve it. Got a great show on tap for you today. We got our first official guest. I know we had Ashley last week who will be joining us again this Thursday, but we have fitness expert Chris Gilbert who will be joining. I don't know about you, right? But staying in the house, not being able to be active, it's been taking a toll on me physically. I feel like I done lost about 8, 9 pounds. And then I'm not the only one who been going to the fridge nonstop. So he's going to be here to give us some tips on how to maintain our fitness as we're all living this quarantine. Hopefully, the majority of us are living that quarantine life because we know how fast this thing is spreading. Again, doubling, tripling numbers. But listen, we gonna make it. We gonna make it. So let me take this sip of this here matcha. Right, I had no idea what matcha tea. I had no idea what matcha tea was until maybe about 2 weeks ago. The place I go to, Bobby's, they offer me some matcha. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't taste good at all. But it was one of those. It don't taste, but it tastes good. You ever had something like that? Like it don't really taste that good, but because I don't know, it's just something about it, how nasty it is that it tastes good. I think people would like eat chitlin. It's just like it's no way you think this, but for some reason it tastes good. And so I've been drinking the matcha tea, and it's supposed to have all of these health benefits. So I just warmed it up because I heard that's one of the ways that you get rid of the COVID. Drink something warm, and that helps push it down into your stomach. My partner told me, I don't know if she made earlier, she made me this whole garlic lemon concoction. It's the COVID. So they could say, here, drink this lie. You want to drink it if you get rid of the COVID. All right, maybe lie is too much of an exaggeration. But again, it talks about the deaths that will go to to try to maintain our health. So I'm here again drinking. And if you've ever had it, let me know your thoughts. It can't just be I can't be the only one that think it's disgusting. Ashley said, yes, that was coconut for me. Now I love it. Yeah, coconut water is trifling. Maybe it's because I buy the Dollar General version. I should say the DG because they not sponsoring me. I buy the DG version. So it's like 73 cents. So it might be like the end of the coconut that I'm getting. Like I don't know, do coconut got rind? Like watermelon? You know how nasty that watermelon. Once you get to that Caucasian part of the watermelon, not the bright red part, but that Caucasian. Like, yo, you be so mad when you go buy like a pre-sliced watermelon, especially the little chunks from like Wawa or something. And you looking and you like, yo, this kind of light, ain't it? And we know, because I ain't gonna get into stereotypes. We know what the light part of the that it's not the good. As it says, my friend said coconut water tastes like water from someone else's mouth. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is. 100% coconut water. There's pulp. Something. Oh, okay. Only pulp I like is orange juice and Pulp Fiction, which I'm able to watch like 10, 12. But I digress. Like I said, we got a great show on tap. So we're gonna get right into the stories that's making headway. Now, as you can see, caption says Oh wait, Thrive McGee. Shout out Thrive McGee on the IG Live. Says coconut water no go. Yeah, I don't get it. Like I don't know who thought that this was live. Well, we know who thought that it was because it was probably stolen from one of our black and brown folk, one of our tribes somewhere. They brought, you know what I mean? Got bottled up. It probably tastes good in its original form, like fresh out the coconut. Throw a dab of water in, bam, you got coconut water. Yeah, I know we couldn't have created that in this current state, this current form. But as you can see, it says billionaire cheapskates, capitalistic politicians. Those of you who are on IG Live who are wondering, check out the Facebook Live at facebook.com/Quantify LLC or the YouTube Live Quantify LLC. Make sure you subscribe. And so this comes off the heels of Joshua Harris and Michael Rubin. Now you might not be familiar with who these billionaire. Joshua Harris is worth approximately 3.6 billion dollars. Michael Rubin is worth maybe about 2.53 million dollars. Again, together $6 to $7 billion. They are the owners of the Philadelphia 76, not Philadelphia 76, and the New Jersey Devils. And so it hit the screen today, it hit the wire today, that they said that coronavirus is forcing them to reduce employee salaries. What does that mean? It means that the plan was to impose, and I'll let you know now. Their plan was to impose temporary salary reductions beginning on April 15th. And this is according to Mark Stein of the New York Times. Salary reductions wouldn't impact all employees, with the move being aimed at avoiding quote unquote layoffs. Again, keep in mind, $6 billion. $6 billion, keep that in mind. So the goal was to aimed at avoiding layoffs. Salaried employees making over $1,000 would receive salary reduction of up to 20%. 20%. Now I'm not no math major, right? That's why I wanted a social work. But 20% of 50,000 is what? 10,000. So people who are making 50,000 turns into 40,000, which in their take-home pay is probably what? 30, 35,000 with the 50,000, so that drops another 10. So somebody making a 100,000, they're losing 20,000. Again, we're talking about billionaires here, forcing their employees to take this pay cut. And so according to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, the employees had until Thursday to agree to the salary reduction. So you're telling me that you're going to reduce my salary by 20%, and I have till Thursday to think about it. Let's say today's Tuesday, Thursday. I got less than 3 days. Now let's say they told them this last week. Life-changing decisions, life-altering, are forced to be made in the midst of a pandemic. But this is how the wealthy roll. Because when I first read this, I was appalled. I said, no, this is just how billionaires stay billionaires. This is how they keep their money. They're not going to be the ones to take it. But even if they put aside a good $10 million, because God forbid this corona thing lasts lifetime. Hopefully that's not the case. Let's say a month or two. They're definitely losing millions of dollars. But we're talking about billionaires losing millions of dollars. And so they're asking the little man to take the hit for them. Like, how does that sound to you? Does that sound crazy? My man Reese Williams said, people with money like that focused on staying rich, not appeasing employees, which is sad. I couldn't have said it any better. That's how this whole capitalism. This is exactly how it's worked. It's operating the way it operates. And so the frustration, I had this heck, a billion main billionaire. What does that mean for them? That might mean some of their kids can't go to private schools anymore. And that's on the extreme end. Because let's get out this idea that $50,000 is a lot of money. Because we know it's not. We know 50K ain't nothing. Before I became a full-time entrepreneur, I had a little, my taxes said, oh, all right, I made a couple dollars. And then I checked their bank account. My bank account ain't reflect that I made a couple dollars that year. My savings said, it just laughed at me when I opened up, like, what's up, bro? I ain't seen you in a minute. My checking account was like, hey, we got some people coming by in a couple days. You gonna have that for me? And so, but this is what the employees do. Now, salute to the basketball players who were paying the salaries for the low wage workers. So we're talking about the people of food prep, your waitresses, bartenders, who rely on that. That might be their second job. So when Zion Williamson saying he's giving a $1 million or whatever, we laud him for that. Salute. But then the billionaires sitting in the background. Billionaires sitting in the background. Woman who owns, name escapes me. She owns the New Orleans Pelicans. She owns New Orleans Saints. These sports franchises are cash cows. They're cash cows. You're not losing money. You don't have to worry about folding the Philadelphia 76ers ever. You don't have to worry about folding the New Devils ever. Yet, turn around and say, yo, we're going to reduce your pay of 20%. There was apprehension on people committing to giving back money, with the uncertainty surrounding employment fees. So not only do I got to give back money, but if I'm giving you back 10, 30,000, you might be like, oh, you know what? I don't even need. Yeah, we could just wipe that off the books. No point of having you here. Coming from billionaires, though. You don't become a billionaire by not being creative and not being crafty. Without being shady. Let's keep it real. Because a lot of money you make is off the backs of the people. Like, money makes money. Right? The money makes the money. So I don't know. What would I do? What would you do? Would you take that and say, all right, you know what? Yeah, just so I can stay with the 76ers and be a part of the future. People invest in their lives, their careers into this. They're everything opportunity. I know a boy who worked for this. In one of those suit and tie jobs. Man, I could only imagine what he was thinking during this time. Again, the capitalists gonna capitalize no matter the time. I should be a rapper. Yo, I said the capitalists capitalize no matter the time. Because it's all lives. Feel me, yo? I ain't gonna hit you. I ain't gonna hit you with bars. I ain't gonna hit you with. But that's just the name of the game. And so I saw this morning on ESPN, at their bottom feed. And they made sure to highlight billionaire Joshua Harris. Right? For those of us who write, whether it's for a living or just because we love to write, shout out to Leslie who just in. Those of us who write, we know what that meant. We calling you to the carpet without calling you to the carpet. We putting, hey, employees are ass. They reduced it to a 4-day work week, which we really should have anyway. Because a lot of our days when you work in 9 to 5s, a lot of it is fluff work. Ikea Waller says, maybe that's the problem. The common folk when you power to leverage change. Nobody's willing to boycott like the Montgomery bus boycott until it comes. Words of Allen Iverson, I hear you. I hear you. But we don't need to be working 5 days. Studies show that we can get a lot of the work done and it'll be better for our mental health if we went to 4-day work week. Think about your days for those of you who work 9 to 5s. What are you doing? Sending emails, some downtime, taking a couple lunches. Nobody works 8 hours. Nobody. Not even your best work. You might get a strong 4 out of people. They're not consecutive. Let's say on the other end, 6 hours maybe. But again, if you reduce the workday by 2 hours, that's 8 hours. Then you could cut off Friday. You could cut off Monday. And so that was their plan, to go to a 4-day work week and then implement the 20% cuts. And so by ESPN and all of these different sports outlets and just journalistic outlets reporting this, Joshua Harris, finding Joshua Harris and Michael Rubin, owner of the Sixers and the Devils, came out and said, you know what? We're not going to do it now. This is bad press. And with bad press, you don't make money. That's just the fact of the matter. You're going to lose money. And they're not in the business of losing money by any means. So they're not going to take that hit. And so they retracted that. So now all employees are quote unquote safe. But you showed your cards from, right? You showed your card from rip. Peace to my mama who just, man, Reese, Ace Brooklyn Williams said, a lot of people are not in a position to lose their jobs after a boycott, and employers know this and take advantage. Exactly. And that's so apropos for the next topic that's coming in, right? Because now public officials are on that same boat. My business coach on IG Live said it was all good just a week ago. No, it wasn't. It's been effed up last week too. The mindset when we talk about just capitalism in general. And now y'all public officials are coming out. I mean, we understand what you're saying, Zakia, for sure. But we're going to patronize. I just said yesterday how I ordered from Amazon. You ain't stopped me from ordering you your computer charger. And it came today. Knowing what Jeff Bezos out here making and what he's not paying in taxes. We've assimilated into the culture. Ooh. We've assimilated into their culture. And the reason why I just let out that whoo is because I was sitting here, those who are watching on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, I was reading James Baldwin, Nobody Knows My Name. It's always good when you're reading something and it hits home. And so he was talking about being at a conference over in Europe with some other quote unquote Negro folk. and they were talking about the idea of culture. Right? They were talking about the idea of culture. And does culture truly exist? Or does the dominant culture swallow up the culture of the people? And so all that's left is you assimilating. And it's no longer your culture, but your way of not being ostracized or not missing out because they've instituted their culture. It's always good when you can take something and apply it, ain't it? It's always good when you take something and apply it. I was sitting there reading that book, reading that chapter, and I was like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. 20 pages of nothing. I still don't understand. But it's their culture. We're living in a capitalistic society. And my man Reese said, preach, Phil X, preach. Because even in the midst of the game, still playing their game. And so that's why Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick feels comfortable in saying, yo, listen, I'm all in on risking my health to lift social distance guidelines for economic boost. His thing is, let's get back to work. Let's get back to living. Word? People dying out here, bruh. People are becoming unbelievably ill. But yet you're saying, forget the recommendations of the CDC. We're going to take care of ourselves, but let's not sacrifice the country. That's all that matters is the country. Because we play their game every day. Like Kia Waller says, why play their game? We play their game every day. Every time we get up to go to work. That's their game. We just trying to get our piece of the pie. And that's also what they talked about, Baldwin was talking about. Because it's the idea of, oh, the parameters are in place. Now you got to figure out how you can maneuver around it, try and get your own. Try to just go get a little. Now you might have some outliers like your man, Billionaire Jay-Z. You know I'm going to bring him up. Right? You might have your outliers that make it out, but that's not the majority. What do you have to sacrifice to get to that point? Where you are a billion. You have to sacrifice some integrity. You have to sacrifice some of your morals. If they even exist. Dig me? And so again, that's why Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick feels so comfortable about saying, yo, we need to get back out here. That's why y'all president feel comfortable in saying, our country wasn't built to be shut down. This is not a country that was built for this. It was not built to be shut down. What? And that's him acknowledging the effects of the coronavirus are likely to work. But that's y'all man. That's the president of the capitalists. Joe Biden gonna be the president of the capitalists. That's why you could never see a Bernie Sanders in office. Somebody that bucks at the establishment, even though he's a part of the establishment. But it's about where do you lie on that continuum? Where do you lie on the continuum? We all capitalistic in some way, shape, or form. We all sell our soul to the top bidder. Do. But it's like, what's the contrast? What's the comparison? How do you balance that out in your life? For me, I try to give back as much as possible. I try to maneuver out here with some integrity. At the end of the day, that might cost me some bread. When we talk about the people who truly make a difference out here, when we talk about, we get into the celebrity, celebrated people, we are enamored with celebrity. When we talk about Baldwin, we talk about Muhammad Ali. People weren't loved while they were alive. It wasn't until after, long after, Baldwin made the sacrifice. You got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with that. If you truly don't want to get into the whole capitalist bag, 100%. But if the name of the game is survival, we ain't got no choice. Mama said we are a functioning society. Can't contribute, you don't matter. Texas governor simply saying older people can no longer contribute, so bye, y'all. That's real. But we've been saying that forever. We've been saying that forever. Is what can you offer me? If you can't offer me, aren't worth. Think about on a basic level. And how so many of us don't collaborate. Because we're not necessarily trying to collaborate with people on our level. No, we want to collaborate with above us. So then we can get to their level. People beneath us? Got how many? Got how many followers? 10. Bro, I got 6,000. What are you going to do with me? But this is the mentality that we're in. We're not helping one another get to whatever the promised land is. We're trying to reach out. That we feel like that's the only way that we're going to get up to the top. Paul says sad but true, not trying to pay out to those baby boys. Listen, a lot of people won't be getting bread. Right? They will not be getting bread. And of course they're trying to get back to the businesses. Money makes money. And so if you're in a Great Depression, which some people are forecasting, with millions unemployed, of course they want people to get back to work. They want y'all to take these 10,000 jobs that Papa John's got offered up for drivers. Because money makes money. It's not necessarily about the people. Not necessarily about the people. Ikea says you can learn their rules. But it's still in the midst of their game, your game that you're playing, it's still their game. It's the equivalent of pulling out the controller. Let your little brother, your little sister play the game. You still playing the game, but they making you think, making them think that they playing. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's bigger than Nino Brown. Bigger than Nino Brown. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I say all that and I'm like, I don't know what the answer is. Because it's It is no answer. Just try to take care of you and yours. And if you can bring a few people along, you do that too. But just making sure you're not compromising self in the process. So we waiting for our good brother Chris to call in so we can get these fitness tips in. I know for me personally, and if you have any questions, some fitness related questions, don't hesitate to post them in the chat. I know for me personally, I've been trying to really watch what I've been eating. I might go to the refrigerator, open the door and look, go to the cabinet and look, and close it. Like, you do not need it. All about jeopardy. Happen when it honestly, pandemic has got me thinking about leaving. But you never see that. I think that's where we start taking it too far, right? We talk about it. I don't begrudge anybody. Yeah, we got to do it. That's why you always best friend. Say rich rate. Exactly. Exactly. It's just one game for another. That's how I roll. Minutes. What other questions do y'all have as we await, brother? Eyes new. Oh, no. I wonder know what that means. Might be a bear with me. Might be like this. Be right back. All right, so we are back. Fortunately, we having some technical. So that's pretty much it, man. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna bring it back. Hopefully, we will have Chris. Um, hopefully, maybe tomorrow. They have some availability. Listen, I appreciate you all for. Don't hesitate to subscribe on YouTube at Quantify LLC. Subscribing is the thing that means you love me. Check out the website www.quantifyllc.net. Go buy some merchandise. Always. Till tomorrow.